Exactly I'm going to be playing today, but I'm going to be playing something, so just, stay tuned, and I'm going to pick out which game I'm going to play. I think I'll probably play Orwell, though. Ignorance is... We're finished Unheard. Oh no, I beat Unheard. So many games. I beat a lot of these already. I just got them, and I've already beat them. You know what I'm talking about? The Shade Decision Detective is pretty good. Case Crackers, Cyber Hunt. Alright, live on all channels. The only thing about this is I'm gonna need another screen because I can't see the chat, like if it's on Kick or whatever. And when it opens, the games open on here, they always go full screen. So, and I don't know how to make this screen smaller. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Now, which game should I play? I think I'm gonna do this one. Okay. I don't remember what happened, so we're just gonna start over. Oh, I forgot to...
Alright, we are live and the video is recording. Now, we have got ourselves...
Joy. Hey, stop. Stop. Yeah, swear. I hear you, man. Mommy is going out. Shut you up.
I won't be able to see the chat, so... Yours, but Kick and YouTube, I won't be able to see yours. So if you can, just, come over to my Twitch channel so I can talk to you guys from there. Today's just a relaxing...
Alright, we are live and the video is recording. Now, we have got ourselves a pretty wild case on our hands. But first things first, let's do a quick refresher before we dive in. As always, the interviews will be streamed live via the monitor that you're looking at right now. Once the interviews end, you'll be able to access all of the previous recordings on the playback monitor that's to your left. Now keep in mind that you will be getting two different camera angles in your feed, camera A and camera B. Feel free to switch between the two as you see fit. And last but not least, don't overlook the evidence available to you in the case files. I'm sure that you'll need to reference those at some point. Okay, so the case. We've got Daniel Murphy, age 49, works as a financial planner. He was shot and killed in his home with a .38 caliber handgun that's registered to him. Now, according to the medical examiner, he died on September 12th. The exact time of death is not able to be determined because the body wasn't found until a few days after. Now, there are a few people of interest in this case. First up is Emma Richardson. She's Daniel's girlfriend who had also been living with him. Prior to Daniel's death, she had reported an incident of physical abuse that resulted in her right elbow being dislocated. The injury is verified. However, Daniel did deny all allegations regarding the abuse. Now, at first, I was ready to remove her as a potential suspect due to the elbow injury, which would obviously make it pretty damn hard for her to fire a weapon. But as it turns out, she is actually left-handed, which means that she absolutely could have pulled that trigger. Now, next up is her ex-husband, Charles Humphreys. There's nothing really notable regarding Charles's past, but he was seen entering Daniel's house the day of the murder. So, needless to say, he is definitely a person of interest. Now, I was also able to bring Charles and Emma's daughter, Rebecca, down to the station today. Now, there's nothing that really points to her being a suspect at this point in time, but she did live with her mom and Daniel, and she was aware of the abuse that her mom had reported. Now, last on our list is Daniel and Emma's neighbor, Janice Burks. Janice served 9 years in prison for killing her husband, who had a very long history of domestic violence. Now, the main reason that I brought her down here today is that she was also seen entering Daniel's house the day of the murder. So yeah, that's 2 people that were seen entering Daniel's house the day that he was killed. All right, now that is the basic overview. Okay, you can dive in deeper with the case files or some of the security cam footage that we also subpoenaed. That footage is already loaded up for you on the playback monitor. All right, now let's figure out what the hell happened here. All right, I'm going to bring Emma in here first. Let's see what she has to say. All right, we'll see you in a few.
asshole. Here you are to hit later, huh?
What are you talking about?
Oh, no, what you doing with me? I know what you did to Emma.
Look, I don't know what she told you, but I didn't lay a finger on her.
Oh, shut up and cut this shit. I know you did. If you ever do that again, I will kill you. I will fucking kill you. Get on your family. No, whatever. I will hit you. You got that? I will fucking hit you. You want to hit somebody? Hit me. Come on, hit me. That's what I thought, tough guy. Piece of shit.
That's funny. Hey, what's up, baby? Thank you. Appreciate the tab up. That was funny. Okay. That happened at 7:55 in the morning.
Now, everyone get in your places.
This happened at 1 p.m.
Are you leaving him? Are you alright?
Talk later. I gotta go.
Are you sure it's okay now? Just have
Look, I said we can talk later. I gotta go.
Okay, I got you. You go ahead, I'll get the suitcase.
Okay.
So her, I guess that was her next door neighbor, or her friend or whatever that came over there with her. On the 12th at 9 a.m. in the morning, basically. 8:59.
Let's go play upstairs.
Babe, a cappuccino and donut? No, you're good. You're good. I just don't want the packaged donuts. You know what I'm saying? I want like an actual, like real donut, not the packaged powdered stuff. All right. So she basically came out of there. She stayed in there for a few minutes and put the key in her pocket and left. She was only in there for a few seconds. Well, like a minute. She wasn't in there that long. I don't think that's long enough to kill somebody. She didn't have any weapons on her or nothing, so. Let's try the next one. Oh, no, that was the next one. Everybody knew where that key was. And she left the door unlocked. So this happened 27 minutes later. Been there for a minute and 30 some seconds so far.
Barney, stop it. No, that time.
Okay, so he was in there for at least 3 minutes. But you can't hear anything. Nothing's happening. The dog's starting to bark. Let's go read these papers. So he got shot in his bed. Clearly he didn't do that. Look, there's blood on his hands, but the gun is in there. There's no way he could have the gun and blood. So clearly he didn't shoot himself. Alcohol, cards, phone, shoes. Just looks like he got drunk the night before. Back door is open. Food left on the table. Beer. Alright, so nature of the incident was domestic dispute. Complaint against Daniel Murphy, her husband. I guess her husband. Well, no, not her husband. They have different last names. Well, it doesn't mean they're not married, but, you know. Alright, so on the evening of Saturday, September 9th at approximately 9:20 p.m., Emma Richardson claims that Daniel Murphy physically assaulted her after the two engaged in a verbal argument. The claim is that Daniel Murphy physically cornered Emma Richardson in their kitchen and refused to let her leave. In an attempt to escape the situation, yes?
I'm not sure if you.
No.
But that means we have. Oh, you're streaming?
I am streaming. He already told you that, though, didn't he? He already told you that.
I should be quiet.
Excuse me. Emma Richardson claims that she pushed Daniel Murphy away from her. In return, Daniel Murphy grabbed Emma Richardson and forcefully threw her to the ground. This ended the domestic incident. Emma Richardson was then promptly escorted to Fisham County Medical Center. There were no eyewitnesses. However, Emma Richardson's daughter, Rebecca Humphreys, claims that she heard the argument from her upstairs bedroom. Emma Richardson suffered a dislocated right elbow, which she claims is a direct result of the domestic incident. She was treated at the Fisham County Medical Center. All right. Investigating detective Myron Weiss, badge number, incident information happened sometime on Tuesday the 12th at we don't know what time. Daniel Murphy, age 49, male, gunshot wound in the abdomen, potential homicide. No, it is definitely a homicide. Name Emma Richardson, suspects. Emma Richardson, Charles Humphreys, Janice Burks, Rebecca Humphreys. So Dart is 20. There's boyfriend and girlfriend. On the afternoon of Friday, September 15th, at approximately 3:17 p.m., officers entered the victim's home after a concerned coworker tried and failed to reach the victim via phone and text messages for several days. The front door to the home was found unlocked. The rear patio door was found partially open. The victim was found deceased in the master bedroom with a single gunshot wound to the lower left abdomen. There were signs of a possible struggle. The victim's toxicology report revealed extremely high levels of alcohol consumption, which is consistent with the large quantities of alcohol found in the living room. The victim was shot with a .38 caliber handgun, which was found in the victim's right hand. No usable fingerprints were found on the handgun. Based on the autopsy report and crime scene investigation, it appears that cause of death was shooting by a third party. Alright. Time of death, 9/12. Date and hour. Time unknown. Date of autopsy, it's 16th at 9:25 a.m. 49-year-old man with a single gunshot wound to the abdomen was found deceased by law enforcement approximately 3 days after his death. There was clear evidence of excessive alcohol consumption. The crime scene showed possible signs of suicide. What? But there is no medical or ballistic evidence that supports this, making suicide highly unlikely. The victim was shot with a .38 caliber handgun, which was found at the crime scene, in the victim's right hand. Cause of death appears to be the shooting by a third party, resulting in organ damage and excessive blood loss. 1. The gunshot wound. A. Single gunshot wound in the abdomen. B. Internal and external bleeding. C. Punctured left kidney. D. Bullet entered through the lower left abdomen and proceeded through skin, soft tissue, and the left kidney before exiting the victim's left lower back. E. The bullet entry and exit is consistent with the shooting being done by a third party. Toxicology. Alcohol BAC level of 0.23. Traces of diphenhydramine, likely from sleeping pills. Okay.
That's a lot of papers.
Text messages, records, Rebecca Humphreys. Alright, so this is Rebecca's. So there's no calls on the 12th at all.
That's weird.
His last call. Didn't you say he was going to be quiet?
That's probably not been already.
Is it done? You should be good. Okay, but he hasn't yet. Alright. So 9/12, 12:37 a.m. He called for ride services. The ride services, wherever he went, it took him 30 some minutes to get there. Okay. 9:34 a.m. Hey man, I heard you got put on administrative leave. Hope everything is okay. So it's possible he was getting lit early in the morning. It's very possible. But if he called ride services the night before, I'm assuming he was intoxicated from the night previous. 9/11, hey, everything. I heard the police were talking to you. Did something happen? Okay, so she had already filed the report by then. So, but after doing some time, there was nobody answering that. Emma Richardson, 9/12. Well, 9/10. Alright, so the abuse happened on 9/9 because she was in the hospital till 9/10. She stayed at a hotel. Charles must be that guy who keeps showing up. Okay, so it's possible that that meeting on 9/12 was about what he either saw or what he did. Either he saw the aftermath or he actually committed the crime. Charles Humphreys. Okay, so Charles is Rebecca's dad and Emma's ex. So, let's see. So he heard about the abuse. 9/12 at 10. Okay.
You ain't gonna.
Who's this last one? Janice Burks. Who are you? Alright, so she's Emma's friend. She's a next door neighbor. Janice and Emma, last time talking was at 7 o'clock p.m. on the 11th, the day prior to her death. His death, excuse me. What's this? And I can't open it? Okay. Can I write anything on the board? Oh, I can. Okay, cool. Alright. Let's go see what this interview about.
All right, Emma, we are recording. Today is September 19th. I am Detective Martin Ruiz, badge number 7621, and with me here today is Emma Richardson. So, Emma, can you please go ahead and spell your first and last name for me?
EMMARICHARDSON.
Thank you. And can you please acknowledge that this statement is being video and audio recorded and that you are consenting to this recording?
Yes, that's correct.
All right, and lastly, I just need you to acknowledge that we've already gone over your rights and that you are willfully making this statement.
Yes, that's also correct.
All right, thank you.
Want to get the cappuccino?
So, yeah, let's just keep it simple and start with you telling me where you were the day of Daniel's death.
I was staying at a motel.
And which motel would that be?
The Best Stay Motel on the southeast part of town.
Now, is there a reason that you didn't go to work that day?
I wasn't feeling well, so I decided to take a sick day.
And you work at Rose and Davis Financial Services, right?
Yes, I'm a junior account executive.
And Daniel, he works there as well. Is that also correct?
Yes, actually, he's the one who got me the job there.
And the two of you were romantic partners. Is that right?
Yes.
Now, do you mind maybe elaborating a little bit more on this relationship that you two had?
Sure. What exactly would you like to know?
Well, I guess we can start with the police report that you had filed on September 10th. Now, based on what I read, it seemed that this relationship that you two had was not that pleasant, was it?
No, but at least not lately anyway.
Now, you claim that he had grabbed you pretty forcefully, too. I mean, so much so that he dislocated your right elbow. Is that right?
Yeah, but I don't want you to think that was a norm or anything.
So that's not his normal behavior?
No, it wasn't. We had been together for 6 months, at least, and I moved in with him about a month ago. He had never once laid a finger on me the entire time or shown any warning signs.
So then what exactly happened on that day? I mean, why did he have this sudden change in behavior?
He was jealous of a client of ours that we met for dinner.
And who was the client?
Just a prospective client. His name was Jason Anderson.
Jason Anderson. All right, and what exactly happened with Jason?
Well, Daniel had to take a call, so he stepped outside. He was out there a good amount of time, maybe 15, 20 minutes. And during that time, Jason and I started talking. I mean, he talked a lot, and it was pretty funny, so we talked and had a laugh. That was all. Then when Daniel returned, I think he had the wrong impression. I mean, on the ride home, he kept questioning me about what we were talking about. He wanted to know why we were so happy, and he wanted to know if I found Jason attractive. He even accused me of flirting with some guys in the office from before. Honestly, I have no idea what he was talking about.
So has Daniel showed signs of jealousy like this in the past?
No. But, I mean, there was never a situation like this before. Anyway.
You can continue.
Well, when we got home, he didn't seem to calm down at all. We were in the kitchen at the time, and he accused me of lying, and he said he didn't believe anything I had told him. I tried to de-escalate the situation by leaving, but then he blocked me with his body and backed me into a corner. And he grabbed me by the shoulders and forced me to tell him the truth. But what was I supposed to say? I already told him the truth. So then I pushed him off of me. And that's when he yanked me really hard by the arm and threw me to the floor. Oh my God, it hurt like hell. And then when I was on the ground, he kept yelling and screaming at me over and over. I mean, I can't even remember what he was saying.
Was he drinking that night?
No, the man hardly ever drank at all. I mean, I can't even remember the last time he had a drink.
Well, he had a whole bunch on that table, didn't he?
Now, according to the police report, your daughter, Rebecca, she was there when this had all happened. Is that right?
Yes, she was upstairs in her room at the time, and she heard the arguing, so she came down to the kitchen to see what had happened. I mean, she asked me what happened, and I told her we had been in an argument. Then she asked me what I was doing on the floor, and I told her I had accidentally fallen.
So why did you lie to her?
I don't know. I was scared. I mean, it all happened so quickly, I couldn't even think straight.
And what happened after that?
Well, Daniel could see that I was really hurt, so he picked me up off the ground and took me to the hospital. On the ride there, he kept telling me how sorry he was, and he just kept apologizing over and over. He said he didn't know what got into him.
And you believed him?
Yes, I did.
Really?
It was a one-time thing. It was completely out of character. I didn't know what got into him. So yes, I did believe him.
All right, and what happened after that?
Well, he took me to the hospital, and we checked in, and that's when I learned that my elbow was dislocated. Then Daniel left, and Rebecca came to stay with me overnight. And then the next morning, I had time to clear my mind, and I told Rebecca exactly what happened.
So you told her that he had actually hurt you?
Yeah, she wanted me to press charges with the police, but honestly, I was hesitant. I didn't want it to turn into a big thing.
But this was a big thing, was it not?
I don't know, maybe.
I mean, it was a big enough deal that you felt the need to file a police report, right?
But that was Rebecca's idea. But yes, I was released from the hospital. We stopped and got some pain medication for my arm. And then we went to the police and filed a report. Then we went to the motel, I checked in, and Rebecca left to stay with her dad.
And her dad, that's Charles, right?
Yes, Charles.
So was Charles aware of the assault that had happened?
Yes, I told him that night.
Was anyone else besides Charles and your daughter Rebecca aware of the assault?
And the only other person was my neighbor, Janice. She must have heard the screaming because she texted to see if everything was okay. I wrote her back that same night and told her exactly what happened.
Now, are you and your neighbor really close? Because, and this could just be a me thing, but that seems kind of a strange thing to tell a neighbor.
Sure, somewhat, I guess. I mean, we look out for each other, as neighbors are supposed to.
Now, I'm wondering, do you think that maybe one of those three would have a reason to kill Daniel? I mean, considering they now know how abusive he can be, I mean, maybe that was enough to push them over, the limit to maybe take matters into their own hands?
Absolutely not.
But what about you? Was that enough of a reason for you to kill Daniel? Maybe make sure that he never lays a finger on you again?
Absolutely not, no. Like I said, it was a one-time thing. It wasn't that severe.
Wasn't that severe? Emma, I'm staring at you and you have a dislocated elbow. Now, I don't know about you, but to me, that is pretty damn severe.
Look, the guy got jealous, okay? I mean, he'd been under a lot of pressure at work and he was in a shitty mood. He made a really poor decision that he immediately regretted. Is it okay that he hurt my arm? Of course not. But we can't change the past. And I do believe he was truly sorry.
Okay. Fair enough.
Y'all,
So Emma, is there
believe it.
anything else that you feel that I should know about this whole situation?
None that I can think of.
All right. We're going to take a little break. Just ask that you just hang here for a bit, okay?
Okay.
All right.
This is a ways away, but I don't want you to go to that one. I'll let you know. I'll let you know.
All right, you saw the interview. You think she's being completely honest? I really can't say for sure. What I want to know from you is if you think she's telling the truth about how severe the abuse was. And I'm talking both physical and verbal. That's a major piece of this whole thing. Whether she's being honest or not will give us a decent idea on how to move forward with this investigation. So let's make sure we really judge this correctly. The right approach should get her to open up a bit more. I'll trust your judgment with that. You tell me, and that's how I'll proceed with her. No rush. Look over whatever you need to and call me back. All right, talk soon.
I want to go back to this because this is the day that she left, ain't it? 9/11. That was after the abuse. Looked like her right arm was dislocated, right?
Emma? I'm really worried about you. Are you leaving him? Are you alright?
We can talk later. I gotta go.
Are you sure it's okay now? Just have
Look, I said we can talk later. I gotta go.
Okay, I got you. You go ahead, I'll get the suitcase.
Okay.
She was really upset. Her arm isn't a sling. She didn't use it, so I think it was fake. Judging from the amount of alcohol, I think she's kind of downplaying it though. I want a review from the dang on hospital. But yes.
Hello? Okay, so you think she's telling the truth about how severe the abuse was? I'm not 100% sure I agree. But like I said, I'll trust your judgment. I'll get the interview back up in just a sec. Okay. Bye. This is a continuation with Emma Richardson. So look, Emma, I want you to know that I do believe you, okay? I believe you when you say that the abuse wasn't that severe. Now, let's just put that aside, all right? Is there anything else in regards to your relationship with Daniel that you feel I should be aware of? Anything at all?
No, nothing I can think of.
You sure?
Yes, I'm sure.
Okay. All right, then let's give you a break, okay? All right.